So, let's put it in park. Right, so this Range Rover L322 we've bought has got a bit of a temperamental problem with the air suspension. So we've just put it in high mode here, so we flick this up and it's trying to get up there. I don't think it will get there. I think it's going to time out, and we've got, here you go, vehicle lifting slowly. Okay, now I don't think that's a sort of, you know, we're taking our time to do it. I think it's an error message fundamentally. So it's, yeah, what are we going to get now? Vehicle lifting slowly. Has it done it? No. Oh, it might have done it. Let's have a go. Vehicle lifting slowly. But the light has gone solid. Was it solid when it started or not? Why do people always ring me when I'm videoing? Let me just turn that off. Sorry, everybody. Alright, hold on. Let's try normal.
It should be in.
Now I can hear. Yep, I can hear the compressor doing things in the boot. Alright, let's try going up again.
That means it's still going up or down.
Okay, so that's the in progress indicator, is it?
I think so.
Yeah, I wondered if it. Alright.
It's not going.
It's not going up. No, we're not feeling the earth. Is the earth moving for you, Ian?
No.
No, not moving for me either. Yeah, we've got this vehicle lifting slowly. So this is the problem we've got. We've got problems that are manifesting itself as it's not going up. It's still in progress. So we're going to go and have a look now. What we've spotted is underneath, when we park it in the workshop at night. I'm just trying to navigate my way into the workshop here. We've got a bit of a hissing thing going on, so we'll have a little look underneath and show you that now. Right, so it still thinks it's going up and it's not getting anywhere. We've still got vehicle lifting slowly. Let's give up on that. You hold my phone a minute, and let's go and have a look what's going on underneath. Right, now underneath the driver's side, I don't know if you can hear, but there's definitely some hissing going on. And our tank is a bit rusty. Okay, and I can hear, and even if I put my hand up here, we've got lots of rust coming out. And there's some leak. I don't know if it's in the pipe or the tank, but looking at the tank, I think it's the tank. So we're going to do a little video on changing your air tank. And what we've done is we've gone on eBay and we found some air tanks. There are some air tanks quite cheap, and this one's aluminium. Now to me, aluminium's a better idea. It doesn't corrode as quickly as steel. It's lighter than steel. So I'm going to have a look if whether we can fit this I guess it's an earlier aluminium tank to replace the steel tank, and whether that can fix our problems. But to do that, we're going to have to drain the suspension. Obviously, if you've got an air leak on your car like this, don't really go underneath it without propping the car up, because there is a danger the whole car can collapse down. So if you're looking at any of this suspension stuff, just be super careful. We're going to have a look now and work out how to safely drain the suspension so we can take that tank out. So we're underneath the tank. Now this is the front of the tank, nearest the front of the car, and it is pretty grotty. If you just have a look at this here, it's just completely, I guess this front face here gets weathered pretty badly, but yeah, this is looking pretty grim, and I think this is where it's leaking from. Even if it's not leaking, I'm not too happy having some high pressure in that. So we're gonna, I mean, this is the chunks of stuff falling off the tank. So it looks like they're prone to some rust and corrosion. Right, so we're going to have a look at that. I think the bits we need to look at are under this rear cover. But we've opened up the boot, so we're still investigating this. So this video is a sort of as we go investigation here. Everything looks to be in order in the boot. We've got the compressor. So this isn't the type with the pressure release valve in the rear corner there. There's just straight pipework there, no valves. So we're going to have a look in the manual and work out how to depressurize the system. So we've now got to remove this rear plastic guard that's on the rear side of the air tank. You can probably see down here. There's a load of 13mm screws that are running. This is running alongside the sill. So I've just loosened these off. We haven't had it off yet. Let's have a look at where we got them. One, two, that's it. There's one here next to the central cross. They're all the same length so far, aren't they? Always worth checking. At the back here, it's got these smaller ones. I think these go through. They go through the heat shield, the exhaust heat shield that runs down the middle here. I'm not sure if we need to take all of those out, but we'll have a look. Okay, so that's that. Okay, I think that's all of those out there. That looks like that's good. Okay, and there's one right up. Now, why is my phone always going in the middle of a video? Hold on, sorry about this, guys. Yeah, grab my phone. Right, then we need a super extension. There's one right up in here. You're gonna have to believe me. I've not even got that one out before I started. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, I've got him out. Right, so what's keeping him on now? I've got that one in there out. We just double check. Yep. So let me see if I can wrestle this down, which should expose the. No, got that. So getting this under tray off is proving more difficult than we thought, but actually we don't need to take it off. So if you just undo the bolts around the edge as I was doing there, rather than, you can leave the bit by the transmission tunnel intact and drop it down, and that gives you enough. Bear in mind this is an 06 on Range Rover, to have a look at the end of the air tank, and we're going to try and undo that big nut on the end. Now be careful, because we're effectively depressurizing the system now, and that's what's keeping the car off the ground. So make sure you've got some good axle stands, and also on all four, because everything's going to drop here. So you want to hold this is a high pressure system. This is slightly, probably not the official way of doing it, but there's a big 22mm nut on the end of the pipe here, and it's got a fair bit of thread, so we're going to try loosening it and seeing if the air. Now we've got to make sure we don't twist that pipe, but I'm hoping that pipe is going to rotate in that fitting. Because if that pipe snaps, it's a plastic pipe, so can you see these plastic pipes here? I'm just seeing if it's twisting it. It does appear to be twisting it at the moment, but it's how much. It's not very good on the video, this, but let's have a look and see what happens. I don't want to do it too much, and I don't know how much air we've got in here, because we've had this parked up for the weekend.
And that tank has been leaking.
And the tank's leaking. So yeah, we're probably alright, aren't we? So this might not be representative, this video, because we've got a leaky tank, which is why we're changing it. So I'm going to go here. And the other thing is, there is that one-way solenoid valve in the system. So just because you remove the tank, you could, in theory, still have pressure in your system. So you do need to be a bit careful.
We're not entirely sure how much it's going to drop here.
No, we're not. Sure what's going to happen. It seems to be loose. And then what we're going to do is, we'll keep on doing this. I think we've got to the point where any air, if it was in there, would have started leaking out. You don't want to watch me doing this, and then we'll come back and have a go at getting the tank off. Okay, so we've got that fitting out. Let me just show you that fitting quickly. So we've taken that out the end of the tank, and it actually rotates, so you can hold this and rotate it freely. We didn't bother disconnecting those connectors. They can get a bit stuck. So we're just gonna leave that there and bolt that straight back into the new tank like it is. Now we've got to unbolt the tank. If you look at the front, it's fairly rusty, which is why we're placing it. Now there's 2 bolts at the front, one here, one there. We've got one of them out. Now they come out pretty easy considering how rusty all the tank and that is. What size were they in?
10mm.
10mm. So we're going to take those 2 out the front there, and then we've got a similar sort of deal at the back, haven't we?
That's the same front and back, by the looks of it.
So we've got 2 at the back there. Let me get this right. The light here isn't too good. There we go. So you can see there, we got 2 there, and they're coming out not too bad. And then the next problem we're likely to have is these side step cross members. So we'll loosen the bolts and we'll see if you need to take these or whether we've got enough sort of shuffle room, but it isn't looking too good at the moment. You can see how those cross members that hold the side steps up. There's the front wheel arch, there's the side step. You see how they go across under the air tank? They could be giving us a problem, so we'll have a look. Okay, we've got the tank loose, as you can see there now, but we can't get it out. We've tried because of the cross members here on the side steps. So to remove the side step, what you've got to do on the outrigger, there's a bolt going into the chassis, and then there's a couple of nuts up inside between the air tank here. Now you only need to loosen them because there's slots in the brackets. You'll see when I take them out. And then you can slide it forward and then it will drop down. So, right, and the other thing to remember is if you've got the sort of factory style side steps, you might have side tubes on. There's also a nut in the end that we need to remove. Do you want to just remove that in and it will probably drop down a bit then?
We got that in, that one's out.
Oh, that one's out already. Okay, so you can start to see now the side steps are starting to drop down, and we just have a go at sliding them back and give it a bit of a wiggle. That's it. Right, there we go. Oh, the tank's coming out. It's all coming out. So yeah, these are the slotted brackets. So you see you've got 2 bolts at the back, and they go down in this little dog leg. And let's go grab that tank in. Have we got the new one there? Oh, listen to that. Go on, pour it out. Hold on, let's get a bucket. We'll get the new tank and we'll get a bucket and we'll show you what's in there. Okay, so here's the tank. So you can see it's pretty rusty, particularly at this edge here. And I think this is where it was leaking. And considering it's a pressure vessel, that really is pretty grim then. It will have a little smack with that with a hammer. But yeah, let's tip it out. Let's have a look so I guess water. Let's have a look what's inside this. So it has got a dry, oh, that is gross. So yeah, that isn't doing anything, that isn't doing any of my suspension any good. And there's no drain on those, is there, Ian? Because a lot of tanks, you get like compressors, you get a little drain tap at the bottom. Because they get full of water. Right, so let's put that down next to the, is that the right way? Yeah. So there's the new tank. Now, have we got the opening on the wrong end on that tank? Oh, we got it the wrong way around, I reckon. Oh, that looks better. There we go. So yeah, so that's the new tank. He comes with this bung, but we'll take this out because we'll use the new one. We'll use the old one. Sorry, do you want to just hold that a minute, Ian? This one looks like it comes with a different fitting, but this has actually got the push fit. It's like a blanker for the push fit little grip. But I think we're going to Ian said, good idea, use the O-ring. So we'll just swap this O-ring, put it on the old one, and then we haven't got to mess around with those because they can be troublesome. So fit the new tank. They're not ultra expensive. I think they're around the £100 mark for the tank by the time you've got delivery and VAT on them. We're going to fit the tank and see if we're any better off.